Tip 4. Try writing with a drum loop. Now the reason for that is very simple, because just as I said in the last tip, be very careful of writing songs from scratch with a band, your band probably, because you'll just get the same old feel, everything else. If you sit and just have an acoustic guitar all the time, and unless you're Ed Sheeran, somebody like that. And by the way, there's another tip. Study a little bit of Spanish guitar. If you notice, Ed Sheeran is using all those techniques. Not that I'm very good at them, but I know about them, and if I want to use one of those techniques, I'll spend a couple of hours practicing, then I'll switch the microphone on. But Ed is using a lot of Spanish guitar techniques now, and they work. So use a drum loop. That's what I would suggest. So with that in mind, let's pop over to another part of the studio, and let me show you what I mean. So here we are over the other side of the studio, and what I was saying a few minutes ago was that if you're writing songs with the guitar all the time, there is a danger that you get stuck into a way of writing. Now, unless you're an Ed Sheeran or whatever, but then again, Ed Sheeran cooperates with an awful lot of people, collaborates, and so therefore his mind is very open to outside influences of rhythm or whatever. But to get you out of that mold of just writing your own type of songs, you're convincing yourself that that's your style. But, you know, if you're not selling, there's something wrong with your style. So I would suggest, and every sequencing program that anybody uses, Cubase, Nuendo, anything, they've all got an element of free loops on it. On Pro Tools, I'm very lucky I'm using Pro Tools, but then I've got to, because on the professional side of the business, you seriously have to use Pro Tools. It's not expensive. I'm very lucky I've got a top-of-the-range outfit here, which is marvellous, so I'm blessed with that. Pro Tools has free stuff on it as well, and I'm just going to demonstrate to you something now. Say we pick anything here on the free loops. Look, there's loads of them. Say funky acoustic loop. I've got it set up so it's going to play anyway, because I've had to. So I take my guitar and say I've got an idea for a song. I've got to put the earphones on for this, put the earphones on. There we are. And just unmute it. Immediately that's going to make me so you're going to play. Immediately I've got a riff going. You see what that's doing? It's allowing me to let the guitar breathe. In other words, if I was playing it just with no accompaniment, I'd be going like the clappers on the guitar. But here you're allowing it to breathe, and as Sibelius said, music is the silence between the notes. So you're letting it. Now I've set it to a different sort of feel. hard actually to just do stuff off the cuff, but you get the idea. Having a loop, just knocking around there, is going to make you think differently, play guitar differently, and hopefully this tip is going to improve your songwriting with guitar. See you in the next tip.